Tracy Morgan said he hates teachers because they have a ceiling. Well, out of sheer morbid curiosity as a special education professional with 24 years of experience in the field in one way or another, I had to go look this video up for myself. And my takeaway was just a little bit different than I think the norm is. So first, let's watch the video.
I'm getting paid for mischief.
And they still making minimum wage.
No.
You know how much some teachers probably making right now?
Man, not enough.
And I can't stand teachers. You know why? Because they have a ceiling. They have a limit. That's all they ever gonna be.
Man.
I teach my kids, sky's the limit.
Amen.
I'm brand new to TikTok, and I don't really care about being an influencer. I'm honestly just trying to spread awareness out there of things that I believe in, particularly when they come to education, parent-teacher relationships, student-teacher relationships, classroom management, those kinds of things. But everyone says you've got to post daily. Don't worry about your hair. Don't worry about your makeup. I'm taking you guys really seriously on that because I've been driving around in the hot Texas heat and I'm a little sweaty. But I wanted to go ahead and make the video. And what I was planning on posting about today was classroom management and student-teacher relationships. And unintentionally, these two men led right into my topic, and they didn't even know that they had done it. And I bet a lot of you aren't seeing how that video where Tracy Morgan says, "We have a ceiling," leads into a classroom management issue. And I'm gonna take you back to the beginning of the video where Marcelo is saying that he got in trouble for talking. He got in trouble for causing mischief, and now he's getting paid for causing mischief. And that's an interesting thing to think about, isn't it? And the reason I say that that's a classroom management issue because student-teacher relationships are the foundation of classroom management. I was advocating for a little boy here this past school year, and his teachers were saying that, you know, he's always acting out. He's trying to get the other kids to laugh, and we just can't handle him. And I just kind of looked at the teachers for a minute and I said, okay, so give him the mic. And they looked at me like I'd lost my damn mind. But here's what I mean by that. Let him work for being able to tell a school-appropriate, teacher-approved joke on Fridays. Like have an open mic for your class. People who want to tell jokes get to submit it. Make it fun. Make it something he can look forward to and get that need for attention met in a school-appropriate way. When I do classroom management, I think outside the box. And the foundation of where I start with my classroom management is always those student-teacher relationships. And the reason I was going to post about that today anyway was because I went to the pool this morning with 3 other mom friends and their children. We had a great time. I played with their kids. Even though my kids are older now, I had a great time playing with their kids. And what I'm not telling you is all 3 of those moms were former parents of students in my classroom. And those kids I was playing with were my former students. And I can't tell you how awesome it is to walk into the pool. Mrs. Taylor, I've missed you. Mrs. Taylor, Mrs. Taylor. And that's because each and every one of those kids knows how much I loved them and how much I still love them and how important they are to me. And it just goes back to that student-teacher relationship. I even had a student from, oh gosh, I think I taught him 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006. So he was 3, 4, 5, and he was turning 6. I had him for about 3 years, and he reached out to me on Facebook, messaged me, "Hi, Miss Melinda, how are you? I'm working at such and such place." I mean, that doesn't happen. Who remembers their special ed preschool teacher when they're 25? But this kid did, and he reached out to me, and now we're Facebook friends. And as much as I love me a good visual, As a special ed teacher, there is nothing better than a good reinforcement chart or a picture schedule or a nice social narrative with pictures that are personalized to that child. There's really nothing better than a good visual, but I'm here to tell you that no amount of visuals, like writing a kid's name on the board, giving them a color change, who's in red, who's, giving them stickers. No amount of that is really going to make that much of a difference in your classroom management if you don't have a relationship with those kids. My students will tell you I was extremely firm in my classroom. My classroom motto is firm but fun. We had a great time. I did a lot of singing, but I also practiced a lot of empathy. When you're dealing with 3, 4, and 5-year-olds at the very beginning of their educational career, and there's a lot of big emotions and there's a lot of big behaviors in those classrooms, and I practiced a lot of empathy with those kids. The most important thing that they needed to know was that their feelings were valued, their feelings were valid, and they were important to me. And it's because of that that I rarely had classroom management problems with these kids that were labeled behavior kids. We didn't have a lot of behaviors, and when we did, they felt safe, and we got through it. And that's because I had made those student-teacher relationships. So when you're looking at this video of these two men saying, man, I hate teachers, blah, 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 maybe they didn't have a good teacher in their life that formed that relationship. But I'm going to tell you this, Tracy. Someone taught you how to read a cue card. So I'm guessing a teacher influenced your life in some way, and maybe I do have a ceiling. Maybe as a teacher, that's my ceiling. I'm not going to make the same amount of money you do. I don't care about that. I'm not even making this video to go viral. Don't care about that. I wouldn't trade my relationships with my students for anything. It's worth more to me than gold. So, do better, Tracy.